Marriage is often described as two puzzle pieces coming together, but anyone who has been married for a while knows that these pieces don't always fit perfectly. Love isn't just about big gestures or promises, it's about understanding the subtle rhythms of your partner, especially in intimacy. One of the most common frustrations in relationships is that couples fall out of sync. Maybe he feels ready, but she's too tired. Maybe she wants closeness, but he's distracted. Over time, these small disconnects can grow into distance. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. Women, just like men, have specific times when their desire for intimacy naturally rises. When a husband learns to recognize these moments, intimacy becomes less of a struggle and more of a joyful connection. Tonight, we'll explore 8 powerful moments when women desire intimacy the most and how couples can use them to keep passion alive. So, let's begin. 1. After a small argument. It might sound surprising, but for many women, intimacy can become a way to heal after conflict. Imagine a couple arguing about something small, chores, plans, or just a bad mood. Emotions run high, words may hurt, but deep down, she still craves reassurance. Psychologists explain that women are more emotionally driven in relationships. After an argument, their heart often longs not for more distance, but for closeness. When a husband puts aside his pride, embraces her, apologizes, and says, "Let's not fight anymore. I love you," it can spark a moment of reconciliation. Of course, this works only for small disagreements. If the issue is serious, like betrayal or money problems, time and communication are needed first. But for everyday conflicts, intimacy can transform anger into connection. It's the physical language of forgiveness. 2. When she's in a joyful mood. Think back to a time your wife or partner came home smiling. Maybe she received praise at work, maybe she bought a dress she loves, or maybe she just had a fun day out. Joy has a way of overflowing into every part of life, including intimacy. When a woman is happy, her energy levels rise, her body produces more feel-good hormones like dopamine, and she's more likely to be playful, affectionate, and open. This is the perfect time for a husband to match her energy. Instead of rushing into intimacy, it helps to ride the wave of her happiness, laugh together, celebrate her joy, compliment her beauty. That positive energy often leads naturally into closeness, without pressure. 3. During stress or tension. At first glance, stress and intimacy seem like opposites. When the mind is full of worries, how could someone think about passion? But here's the secret. Intimacy is one of the most natural stress relievers we have. During sex, the body releases endorphins and oxytocin, chemicals that lower stress and build emotional bonding. For women who feel overwhelmed with work, family, or responsibilities, intimacy can actually be the reset button. The key for husbands is to approach gently. Don't demand or push when she's stressed. Instead, offer comfort. A massage, a warm hug, a quiet moment together. Once she feels supported, intimacy becomes less of a burden and more of a release, a way to breathe again. 4. While watching a romantic movie. Movies are powerful because they stir emotions. A romantic film can remind a woman of the sweetness of love, the butterflies of dating, the tenderness of being cherished. Pair that with a cozy couch, soft lighting, maybe a glass of wine, and you have the perfect setup for intimacy. What makes this moment special is the atmosphere. When watching a touching scene, 2 lovers kissing in the rain, or a couple finding their way back to each other, it's natural for her to project those emotions onto her own relationship. A wise husband seizes that spark. A gentle touch on her hand, a kiss during the movie, or whispering, "I love moments like this with you," can turn a simple movie night into a night of passion. 5. When she feels jealous. Jealousy is a complicated emotion. On the surface, it looks negative, anger, suspicion, insecurity, but underneath, it often hides a deep desire for reassurance. Do you still love me? Am I still the only one for you? When jealousy arises, many men react by shutting down or leaving the room. That only fuels the fire. Instead, if handled gently, jealousy can actually spark intimacy. By holding her close, affirming your love, and showing physical affection, you're proving with actions what words sometimes cannot, that she is still the one. In these moments, intimacy isn't just physical, it's proof. Proof of loyalty, proof of attraction, proof of connection. And for women, that reassurance is deeply powerful. 6. During ovulation. This is biology at work. Roughly 2 weeks after the start of her period, a woman enters ovulation. During this window, estrogen peaks, and the body naturally becomes more sensitive and receptive to intimacy. Studies show women report higher levels of desire, increased physical responsiveness, and even greater confidence in this phase. For couples, this is the golden window. If husbands are observant, they'll notice subtle signs: more flirting, more playfulness, maybe a little extra effort in how she dresses. These are natural signals that her body is inviting closeness. By recognizing this cycle, intimacy stops being random and becomes part of a deeper understanding of her rhythms. 7. After time apart. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. We've all heard the saying, but in marriage, it's profoundly true. Whether separated for a few days, weeks, or even months due to work or travel, the reunion can feel electric. Distance creates longing. Every small memory of touch, scent, or voice becomes magnified. When couples reunite, the flood of affection often turns into some of the most passionate moments they'll ever share. The lesson here is simple. Don't underestimate the power of missing each other. Even small separations, like a weekend away, can reignite desire when the couple comes back together. 8. After a period of abstinence. There are many reasons couples may abstain: pregnancy, health issues, menstruation, or simply exhaustion from life. But when that season ends, desire often comes rushing back, stronger than before. Think of it like fasting. After going without, the appetite intensifies. For women, this can be a time of rediscovery, of craving closeness more than usual. Husbands who respond with patience, gentleness, and affection during abstinence will often find that afterward, intimacy feels like a celebration. Bonus moments. Besides these 8, there are a few extra times worth mentioning. After exercise or a shower together, bodies are refreshed, blood is flowing, and intimacy feels natural. In the morning, testosterone in men is highest, and women also wake up with renewed energy. Morning intimacy can set a positive tone for the whole day. Intimacy isn't just about physical needs, it's about timing, sensitivity, and emotional awareness. For women, desire is often tied to feelings of safety, love, joy, even vulnerability. Husbands who learn to recognize these 8 key moments will find that passion no longer has to be forced. It flows naturally. So remember, after small arguments, in joyful moods; during stress, watching romance; when jealous, during ovulation; after distance, after abstinence. These are not tricks or games. They're reminders that intimacy is about connection. When both partners feel understood, every moment becomes an opportunity to fall in love again. And isn't that the kind of marriage we all want?